Okay, there was a new update, and in that update, they made it so you can wax things with machines, which means that the previous video I made saying that you really would benefit from being able to encase blocks so they cannot meet oxygen. It's all different now because we don't need to worry about that, because the whole reason we needed to do that was to make a machine that we could keep it from oxidizing as we push it down a tube so it can be destroyed. Now we can immediately wax them, which is the final stage anyways. Like, that's what we would want anyways. With that being the case, I can get started making a machine. So okay, so I've got the beginnings of a machine, and I am 100% ready to show it to you. But I had to make a beautiful facade. I couldn't get away with not making one. I just had to do it. So yeah. All right, let me show you how it's going on. Let me show you what's up with this. Okay. Super simple. It's actually pretty close to the same system I have over there, with a few tweaks. I'll get into that in a second. Let's grab a block of copper. I still have the random tick speed high at the moment so that it will go quickly and we won't have to wait hours. Ah, come on. Come on. Come on. There it goes. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Come on. There it goes. Pulls down, pulls back, and waxed. Alright, so let me hop into survival mode real quick, and then I'll pick this up. There we go. And there you go, waxed weather cover. Let's just go ahead and just put that one down. Let's just pop back into creative mode real quick, and I'll show you what's going on. Okay, so I just basically condensed this build here, this original one, took out a couple features that were no longer needed, and made it as narrow as possible so I could get multiple ones back to back to back to back to back. So this here is this is the original system we had, and it's all over the place. It's still kind of compact, but I made it way more compact. This whole system over here on the side is no longer necessary, because this was to reset this block, just so you would go up and down as you're breaking it. But with this new system, you're not going to be constantly breaking these blocks as they are oxidized or whatnot, because we can wax them now and just have them waiting to be picked up at a later time. Alright, so that's the case. This is the new system. It's so much more compact, and I made it in such a way that I can get a bunch of them, as you can tell from here, right next to each other without hindering the process of the other ones, without accidentally activating anything else. It's only going to do the one at a time, that is. So let me just talk about what I have this wool set up here for, and why everything is set up the way it is. And we're gonna I'm gonna set up one of these real quick for you so you can see how it's done. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Okay, so basically what's going on here is the wool is for different portions of the machine doing different things. It signifies different circuits, so to speak, and that way if something happened where you had some sort of malfunction with one of the things, you would know exactly what it is that's screwing up, because you have these sitting here showing you what's going wrong. Alright, so let's go ahead and set this up. What we're going to do is we're going to start with this observer. Now this observer needs to be looking this way towards where the piston is going to be. And the way you do that is if you have a block here, go ahead and right click that, and now it's looking that way. You can break that block. Doesn't need to be there anymore. Then we need to go ahead and take a sticky piston and put it here. And after that, we can go ahead and put any block. Doesn't have to be like this. Put that there. And then a dropper looking this way. And then you need another dropper looking this way. They're going to look into each other because they have to go back and forth. This is where you put the shovels like in the previous system. It's the same sort of thing. So go ahead and take 3 shovels and put them in this first one. And then we're going to go ahead and take a comparator, put that there. And then, oh, not that, the redstone. Just go ahead and bring down here and there. That is 5, okay? So 1 shovel in here will activate 2. Another shovel will activate 2 more. And the last shovel will activate the last one. So let us put the repeater right here. And that's going to be the one that's going towards this piston. And then we'll go ahead and finish off this circuit. Okay, so that's 1 circuit done. So the blue circuit is just the functionality of grabbing the copper block once it is oxidized. So this observer, it's going to take a notice of when you place the copper block down for the first time, and it's going to shoot 1 shovel into there. And then once the copper block changes, it's going to shoot 1 more shovel into there. And then on the last change, it'll shoot the final shovel into there, and that will activate the system, pulling the copper block down. Okay? And then we're going to go ahead and place the rest of the repeaters so we can just kind of get that out of the way. Basically, everywhere I have a red wool is where I'm putting repeaters. And these are important because this block here, I'll show you real quick. This is the bypass for if instead you want to the other type of copper block, the one that oxidizes faster, so like the second stage. So if we do this, it pushes all those up, and so this is going to power through this block and then power that, and this is going to go back here and literally activate the entire same system, but that won't happen if the bypass is not activated. So we're going to go ahead and set up the yellow now that the green is set up. What we're going to do for this is we're going to take some redstone torches and we're going to alternate them back and forth. 1 here, 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 and here. And then last here for the back and forth, and then 1 on the side here. Once you have that set up, what you need to go ahead and do is put this piston here. And this piston needs to always be active, connected to this block. And as soon as this tower of torches flips, because there's enough power in here, it will temporarily bring this block up. And the importance of that is because if this block is not brought up, there's a chance that this will detect a block again and shoot shovels back in here when you want the shovels to be shot back in here. So the system is simple in the sense that once you look at it and understand what's going on, it's not too complicated. So we're almost done. Let's go ahead and put a redstone dust here, a repeater here on 2. And then we will put this piston right here. Okay. And we want an observer looking down right here. Okay. And then we're going to put a block here. An observer looking up here. Now, what's this is... Oh, I got it backwards. My bad. Hold on. There. Okay. Alright, anyways, that's fixed. So what this is going to do is when this is powered, it is going to temporarily push this observer into this observer, and the observers will create a clock which powers through this block, which will power this dropper several times to put all these shovels back into this dropper. And then once they're all back in this dropper, this is no longer powered, which means this piston is no longer powered, and it will retract this and it'll stop. Okay, for this part itself, for the remake of the original that's more narrow, that's done. Now let's move on to the waxing part. So for the waxing, I had to make sure that there was a lot of delay. So we're gonna put two repeaters here, full delay, and then another two, full delay, and then we're gonna go ahead and take this redstone dust and do like this, okay? And then with these repeaters, we need to do the same thing, full delay on all of them. And the reason why we're doing this is because we need to make sure that the waxing of the blocks is the absolute last thing that happens, because if this activates before the block is sitting there, instead of actually using the honeycomb on the block, it's just going to shoot the honeycomb out, and that's definitely not what you want. Alright, so let's go ahead and put that right there, and we're going to put this right here, okay? And I'm pretty sure we have this system working how it needs to work now. So if you see here, I already had some sitting here because I practiced with that. I set up a system for resetting it. And the way that works is we're going to have this here and a redstone block here. And that redstone block's not going to power anything. But as soon as this button is pushed, it's going to push all of these redstone blocks down into this dust, resetting this dropper. So say something happens where you've got a wooden shovel in here when there's not supposed to be, because there's no block or anything there. If you go ahead and push this button, all of those have just reset. There's no longer a wooden shovel in here. It is now back in here. Okay, so that's that. We're gonna go ahead and get ourselves a copper block, and we're gonna test this one that we just set up. And if there just so happens that something happened where it's like, oh, it's not working properly, then we can go and fix that. Like, for example, I just remembered that we didn't put the honeycomb in there. So if we did this whole test and nothing happened, it didn't wax it, it would be because there were no honeycomb in here. Now let's give it a shot. So that's the first step. Once we place it there, the observer detects that and it throws one shovel into that dropper right there. Alright, now it's thrown another shovel into that dropper. And now it's thrown the last one in there, and the whole system activates, pulls back, and waxed. Perfect. So there you go. And now that you've seen how it works, let me go make a bunch more. Alright, I'll get back to you in a bit. So I did something I probably should not have done, and that's, I mirrored it when I didn't have to mirror it at all. So, if you love yourself, don't mirror it. Anyways, that's it for now. I'll get back to you in a second. Alright, we got it ready. So, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put one in every single one of these and talk about what I did while I'm doing that. So as you can tell with this design, it's literally like these are faces, and I am feeding them. Anyways, there is 16 per side. So because there's 16 per side, it's 32 total. There we go. And I just now realized that I had made an oops in front of one of these. Can't remember, one of them over here. And forgot to press the reset button. And because I forgot to press the reset button, which is right here, by the way, it resets all of them. It's probably going to retract in this state instead of the next one. But yeah, so this is the haul for, oh look, there's one that's done. And back it goes and waxed. And back it goes, and because because the random tick speed is too quick right now, it went ahead and oxidized to the final stage, and you can't wax the final stage because there's no reason. That will probably happen for quite a few of them, because it's not uncommon. I have the random tick speed set to 500 right now. Yeah, it's working great. So here is the machine. And yeah, I had fun making this one. If I were better at redstone, I probably could have made a system that is more efficient and pushes things to the player where he can just stand in a line and keep breaking it as it's being shoved out a tube at him. But I am not that skilled at redstone, so I am unable to do that. But this I am proud of myself for, and I thoroughly hope that you guys like this. I hope this is good. I hope I'm not the only one who thinks it's good. Finishing touches, I'm going to go ahead and this is for lifting these. I'm gonna go ahead and fix it so that all of those get activated. That's the one thing I haven't done yet. So I'm gonna work on that, and I'm actually gonna have this map available for download so people can check this stuff out if they would like. And yep. Well, that about wraps this one up. So thank you for watching. I'm Quill, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And check it out if you would like to download this map and check it out for yourself. Just make sure that you get it in the correct snapshot version. That will be listed below as well. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. I don't know what I'm saying.